Yes. All right, everyone. Good evening, and thank you for joining us on a Friday night. I know there's a lot of things that you could be doing on a Friday night. So I'm just excited to share this information with you. My name is Michelle Fletcher. I am a former IT professional. I am now a health coach, and I've been a part of the information that you're about to hear for the past 11 years. And it truly transformed my entire family's health. So I always love sharing this education because I feel like it's so important for us to know the information so that we can make better decisions, right? So I'm going to share my screen. Welcome, Raquel. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Start slideshow.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. So I'm going to be talking, and I'm going to move fast because I want to value your time, but talking all about how we can inspire healthy living with really simple changes, and just making one simple change can make a huge difference. So I'm going to discuss some of the issues that are occurring right now, and then some of the solutions. So you see here these statistics. You know, unfortunately, we're one of the wealthiest countries in the world, but we're also one of the unhealthiest countries. 1 in 4 people will die of heart disease, 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men will develop cancer, 1 in 3 will have diabetes by 2050, and 1 in 5 children is obese. And these are stats from years ago. So I have a feeling that some of these stats may be even worse today than what they were back then. But we know that our children are more harmed by poor diet than by exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. That is just how sad things are. And we know in our community, the Black community, we suffer from these things even more than most cultures, right? My family alone, I know we have all these things happening. And so we're also dealing with environmental toxins. Environmental toxins are everywhere. It's in our water, it's in our food, they're spraying food, it's pollution in the air. I mean, there's just contaminants everywhere, even in the products that we use on our skin and our hair, and in the prescriptions that we're taking. So we're just fighting so many issues. And then our food quality has decreased significantly. So more than 50% of what Americans eat today is processed. But not only that, a lot of our natural foods have lost so much nutrition, up to 80%. So 50 to 80% of nutrition in fruits and vegetables and plant foods has been lost. And we see that they're adding enhancements to foods like preservatives and hormones and GMOs and all these additional things that are not good for us. So what can we do to be healthier? So I love these 6 things that we just focus on is exercise, moving your body. It's important for us to move every day. Our bodies really were made to move. And I always say, what's the best exercise? It's the one that you like doing. There's no specific exercise. Whatever you think you'll stay consistent doing is the best exercise. Getting enough sleep. We should get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep every day. And I know for some of us, that's really hard. So just being conscious of that, managing stress. Now we know stress is a silent killer, and sometimes we're just on an adrenaline high all day from stress, but it really does a lot of damage. So it's finding techniques on how to manage stress is so important. There's so many tools out there more than ever that you can look and just do a Google search and find different things that you could do, maybe yoga or meditation or in prayer, whatever those things are that will just calm you down. Drinking enough water. So I think most of us know we should be drinking half our body weight in water every day. So if you're a 200-pound male, you should be drinking at least 100 ounces of water every day. If you live in sunny South Florida or LA, which is hot, you probably need a little bit more. If you're someone who works out, just be conscious of getting a little bit more of that. And then using safer products in the house. A lot of the products that we're using to clean and all those things have a lot of toxins that are also like in our environment where we're living every day, right? So just being conscious of using better products in the house and then also eating real food. And that's what we're really going to focus on tonight is eating more real food because that can make a huge difference. So we're going to focus on fruits and vegetables. And one thing that we know is that experts agree that most diseases are preventable with good nutrition. And so I love this visual because I'm such a visual person, but we know that fruits and vegetables have antioxidants. And if you see this apple right here that was cut in half, we know when you cut an apple over time, it starts to turn brown. But what we have is antioxidants. In this picture is showing how they squeeze lemon on one side of the apple, and that actually slowed down the aging process of the apple because the antioxidants were keeping it alive longer, right? Keeping it fresh longer. So we know that oxidative stress, which is the rusting that you see here on this apple, the brown part, that causes age, even in us. So we're constantly oxidizing as humans. That's a natural aging process. But that oxidation does cause disease and aging over time. But the good news is God put something here on this earth for us to combat and neutralize a lot of the oxidation that happens every day, right? So he provided plant foods like fruits and vegetables that are full of antioxidants, and they protect our cells from oxidative stress. And so that's what that picture was. So the news isn't that fruits and vegetables are good for you. Is that they're so good for you that they could save your life. And this was in Time magazine back in 2003. So the big thing is we need to be eating plenty of fruits and vegetables. We should be eating 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. And that's because of all the other things I mentioned earlier, right? And if you're an athlete and you work out, you need to be eating even more than this 13 that they're recommending. A lot of times they're saying you should be eating 16 to 18 servings or more to just keep your body at optimal health. So why so many fruits and vegetables? First of all, our produce is picked before nutrition fully develops. So they're picking the produce before it fully ripens. So it doesn't get the amount of nutrition it would, which happens at the ripening stage. The majority of nutrients are gathered in produce, but when you pick it early, it's not going to have as many as it should. So that's one thing, and that's why a lot of our fruits and vegetables are lacking in nutrition. The next is a lot of our produce is grown somewhere else. So it may be grown in South America or on the other side of the country. And so they have to transport it thousands of miles. So guess what's happening during that transportation process? It is losing nutrition sitting on the truck. Then 90% of Americans don't even eat enough servings. And then we don't get enough variety from the rainbow. So I know I used to be guilty of eating the same fruits and vegetables all the time because they were the only ones I liked. So I wasn't really getting a full rainbow of different nutrients because each fruit and vegetable has different nutrition that's so good for your body. And so I love this picture, multivitamins versus whole foods. I grew up taking a multivitamin. My mom was like, you don't eat very well, you need to take a multivitamin. So I thought I was doing a really good thing by taking a multivitamin. But here you're going to see a multivitamin, this label over here, the supplement facts, there's been about a little over 30 vitamins and minerals that man has been able to replicate from what is in plant foods. So, you see all these vitamins on the shelf when you go to the store, but in reality, it's only about over 30 that man has been able to replicate. Well, this apple that you see in this picture, to the side of the apple, all that small writing, one apple has over 10,000 vitamins, phytochemicals, nutrients in one apple. And that is for most produce. Like tomatoes have over 12,000. Man is constantly finding more and more elements in plant foods because there's so many and they work in synergy together. So it says 70% of Americans are trying to fill the gap of, nutrition with vitamins. But my multivitamins only have a few isolated nutrients, right? And so an apple has over 10,000, which I just mentioned, and research shows that isolated vitamins actually do more harm than they do good. There was a study that was run back in 2013 where they found that people taking multivitamins had a higher mortality rate than people that were not taking anything. So you're better off getting your nutrition from the whole food. And so I'll share 11 years ago, I learned this information and I was blown away because I was just like, well, I thought I was doing all the right things by taking a multivitamin. I worked out, but still, I always kind of thought in the back of my mind that I was going to get diabetes like my dad. He was insulin dependent. There's just so many different issues that run in my family, like cancer and high blood pressure and all those things. And I just thought that would be my destiny. But I learned about this information and how food, real food from fruits and vegetables and plant foods can really change your health. And so I just dove all in. At the time, I had two small kids. One was 1 year old, the other one was 3. And my 1-year-old was a really picky eater, was always sick. And I was just looking for something for him to stay healthy because I knew it was because he wouldn't eat vegetables why he was constantly sick. And so that's where I learned about Juice Plus. Juice Plus is nutrition from over 30 fruits, vegetables, and berries that you can get in gummies or in capsule form. So we started taking Juice Plus, and within a few months, the transformation that happened with my son was incredible. He hadn't been sick for the entire 2 months. Now, he used to be sick at least 3 weeks out of a month. He was sick all the time. And then he started picking up broccoli. He was only 16 months old by this point because he started at 14 months, picking up broccoli and eating it on his own. This is the child that would not even eat a slither of any vegetable I would put in his food. I was like, oh my goodness. The next day I had cabbage. He was eating that too. And I was like, this is incredible. Like it changed what he was craving to eat. And he was just a baby. So you can't force a child that young to do that. But he was the first one that I started to see the changes happening. But my entire family, we all noticed changes. My husband's postnasal drip disappeared. He noticed he had more energy. For me, I always worked out. I noticed that my fitness levels improved, my stamina, my endurance while working out had improved. And I also noticed that recovery after like really crazy intense workouts I would do was so minimal. And then my daughter, who used to suffer from constipation, that disappeared. So those were just like, this was just from adding this nutrition from Juice Plus. So Juice Plus is pretty much the same concept as juicing, but it's even better because they're not just juicing, they actually like grinding, and some of the fiber is still in the capsules or the gummies, and everything has been allowed to ripen. So remember I was telling you earlier, a lot of our produce is picked before it's allowed to ripen. Well, we have dedicated farmers and that grow our produce. And so everything is ripened right there on the farms and then instantly transported to be processed for Juice Plus. So everything is fully ripened. It's pulverized, not juiced, and dried into powders at low temperatures. So it preserves the nutrition. There's no heat that will kill the nutrition in it. They're put into capsules and gummies. And we also have a plant-based, we have a fruit blend, a vegetable blend, a berry blend, and we also have a plant-based, a vegan omega blend, which does not use fish. But what I really love is the fact that it's just so simple to add in all this nutrition from all these fruits and vegetables. So I'm going to show you what's in there right here. So you could see these are all the plants that are in Juice Plus. In the fruit blend, you have acerola cherry, apples, beets, peach, pineapple, lemon peel, cranberry, dates, orange, mango, and prunes. In the vegetable blend, we have beets once again. So you're getting beets twice, which, you know, beets are so good for you, but all fruits and vegetables are really good for you. You have broccoli, rice bran, cabbage, lemon peel again, parsley, carrots, garlic, kale, spinach, and tomato. And in the berry blend, you have artichoke, bilberry, blackberry, blackcurrant, cranberry, elderberry, blueberry, cocoa, Concord grape, pomegranate, and raspberry. So I don't know about you, but I can't get most of these things most of the year because they're seasonal. But with Juice Plus, because we have individual farmers and it's produced at, you know, with the mass production, we're able to get these things all year long. I am able to eat all these things all year long. I've been doing it for 11 years. And so you see people running out to get elderberry. Elderberry's been in our Juice Plus for, I don't know if you can mute that person for me. Antoine, if you can. But yeah, you're able to get all these plants in your diet every day. And it takes 2 seconds to either swallow them, or if you're taking the gummies, you get to enjoy them in gummy form. And then we have an omega. The omegas were added to our product line about 4 or 5 years ago. But I had no idea how beneficial omegas were. My mom knew because she used to line us up when I was little to eat cod liver oil on a spoon. It was so terrible. I was like, that was torture. But these omegas are not made with fish at all. So there's no like fishy burps or anything. It's directly from plants. So they use the what the fish in the ocean eat, which is the plant algae. That's how fish get their omegas, from the plant algae in the ocean. So they go directly to the plant algae to get the omegas, along with some other plant sources like sea buckthorn berry, which is like found in Nepal, up in the mountains, pomegranate seed oil, raspberry seed oil, safflower seed oil, tomato seed oil. So it's a full spectrum omega. It's like omega-3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think. I forgot all the numbers, but it's full spectrum, and it benefits your heart, your brain, your joints, and your skin and your eyes. My testimony about the omegas, which is crazy, my vision has improved every year since I've taken the omegas. I'm in my mid 40s. Everyone told me my vision would be worse. It has continued to get better and better and better. And then a lot of people also share how like focusing and brain wise is really good for brain health, because most people are deficient in omegas. Just like a lot of people are deficient in vitamin D, omega is up there in the top 5 of deficiencies for people. So when you're deficient in that area, a lot of times you might not be having the best brain function, but a lot of people notice they have more clarity when they're taking the omegas. I feel that I have better clarity. You're able to think better. Just, it's amazing. But when you give your body what it needs, these are the kind of things that happen. And so we also have plant-based protein shakes too. So we have the complete protein shake. It's all vegan. Our entire product line is all vegan, but it's made with non-GMO ingredients, gluten-free, dairy-free, 13 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber. So it's so good. My dad, who was a diabetic, was able to take this because it did not spike sugar levels. It has the same glycemic index as eating broccoli, our complete shakes. So you can see some of the ingredients in it, which are incredible. Things I probably would not eat on a regular basis, but I get it every day in my shakes. So broccoli sprouts, radish sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, chickpea powder, millet, quinoa, amaranth, pea protein, rice protein, water washed soy, mushrooms that contain vitamin D. So you're getting vitamin D in our in the shake, and you can do all kinds of things with it. You can make it as a smoothie. You can make protein bites. You can make pancakes. You could do all kinds of stuff with the shake. It's really good. And unfortunately, I'm realizing we have another shake we just came out with recently. It's a high protein plant-based shake. Also, it's a fruit flavor, and it's really good for those those of you that may not eat enough protein, so you'll get 25 grams of protein, or if you're an athlete, it's really good for athletes because you can just mix it with water, drink it before or after a workout, and it's going to go straight to recovery of muscle and repair and all that good stuff. I didn't add that on here, but just know that there's another higher protein protein powder that we offer. Okay, so this is how you bridge the gap between what we may be typically eating, which hopefully it's not all this stuff on the side with the burgers and the pizza all the time. Like, that's fun party food, but this is how we can get even more plants in with Juice Plus. I mean, the fruit, the vegetables, the berries, and the omegas, that's over 30, close to 40 plants right there. And then when you add in the shakes, you're getting closer to 50 plants every day in your diet. And so what makes us stand apart is that we're not a multivitamin, we're food. Our Juice Plus products labels, they don't say supplement, it says nutrition label. Just like if you turned a bag of apples around and it says nutrition facts, ours has nutrition facts because it's really the food that's just been dehydrated, right? And put in capsules or gummies. So we have a food label, we're made with non-GMO ingredients, we're vegan, we're kosher, dairy-free and gluten-free. And Juice Plus has been around for like 27 years. They've always been all those things. Before it became a trend to be gluten-free, they've been gluten-free. So we're also NSF certified, which is a third-party nonprofit organization that goes around and randomly tests products. So NSF certification is so highly renowned. That's what you need to have to be an Olympian using the product. So we have several Olympic teams that use Juice Plus during the Olympics. Many countries that have used it because of that NSF certification. That's how safe it is. They make sure that there's no contaminants in the Juice Plus. They make sure that what's on the label is in the product and that there's no heavy metals, there's no nothing. I mean, it's better than it's like the highest type of quality control. So that's what's another thing that makes us stand apart. And the third thing is the research. Now, this is what got me 11 years ago, because I grew up taking vitamins. So I was like, oh, I'm doing so good. When I found out that there's like no research behind vitamins and that vitamins are unregulated by the government, that they're free to do whatever and put whatever they want in their product, and it might not even be the same as on the label, I was like, you got to be kidding me. So we have over 40 published studies. This is old, 35. Now we have over 40 published studies at reputable medical institutions and universities talking about what Juice Plus does in the body. We're going to cover that in a second, but we do not claim to treat or cure any diseases or conditions, but our research shows that there's a lot of really good things that are happening in your body. I'm going to talk about that. So here are some of the institutions that have conducted studies on Juice Plus. I'm super impressed when I see like Ivy League colleges, but all these universities and colleges are highly renowned. We have Yale University, we have University of Florida, we have colleges and medical institutions around the world. So we have places in England, in Germany, in Japan that have all conducted studies on Juice Plus. So here's some of the results that have been found. So there's been over 40 published studies. A lot of them have been on the same issue. So like cardiovascular wellness, I think they had like 3 or 4 studies they did on cardiovascular wellness, but Juice Plus is shown to contribute to cardiovascular wellness. I always thought working out was how you improved your cardiovascular wellness. I had no idea that it could be done with fruits and vegetables. I'm on a whole Zoom and they're busting in my room. Sorry, guys. Okay, and it also supports healthy okay, so I'm going to explain what the second one is. So most people have inflammation in their body, right? And inflammation is usually an indicator that you're about to have the onset of an illness or a disease. Juice Plus is shown to reduce inflammation in the body. That is huge. If there's one thing you want to do is reduce inflammation, because that means it's stopping the onset of an illness or disease. Juice Plus is proven to do that. It supports better quality of life. So we have studies where it was used on cancer patients, and those cancer patients had a better quality of life than those who were we're not taking Juice Plus and we're just eating the fruits and vegetables. That's incredible. Healthier lung function. So we had a study with smokers using Juice Plus and they had better lung function. This is incredible. But, you know, I always get excited because I'm just like, God is just so amazing that he put these things here on earth for us. And they're right there at our fingertips, right? You know, the medicine is in the food. And so it supports a healthy immune system. You have healthier gums and skin with Juice Plus. All of these studies have been done. It reduces oxidative stress. Remember, I started this talk talking about oxidative stress and how you want to reduce it. Juice Plus helps to reduce that. So anyway, Dr. Du Bois here, he passed away like a year ago, but he was an infectious disease doctor and he was like super highly renowned. He says there is nothing else available any place in the world with or without a prescription that has been clinically proven to do what Juice Plus has been proven to do. So one thing I really love is not only do we have research on like grown-ups about Juice Plus, but our company decided to dedicate Juice Plus to children for free. So children can get Juice Plus for free if they're between the ages of 4 and 18, or even doing undergraduate in college if there's an adult taking it. You can sponsor that child. We sponsor that child to get Juice Plus for free. And they have been doing a study of the results of what's happening with these children. Well, there's been over 1 million children that have participated in this program. It's our Healthy Starts for Families program. My kids have been a part of this program, but they have shown that you see these statistics here. They're missing fewer days of school, taking less over-the-counter medication or prescription drugs, drinking more water, eating less fast food and soft drinks, and consuming more fruits and vegetables, and visiting the doctor less. I will say that my son is a testament to all of these things right here. It's what happened with him, incredible. He's now 12 years old, but he started on it when he was 14 months. And I don't know, I would not go without Juice Plus because it got him through preschool and elementary where, you know, everyone's usually sick. He just started middle school this year, but he has been he's like the healthiest one. He rarely ever gets sick. And if he does, it does not last long. So I really am grateful to them giving back to families this way, and where not only does a parent get healthy, but their children can get healthy too, alongside them. And then, okay, so what if you don't only like eating your fruits and vegetables through Juice Plus, but you want to grow your own? We have a way to do that too. You can grow your own fruits and vegetables with something called a tower garden. This is like the future of growing. With the cost of food prices today, I'm like, everybody needs a tower garden. This is crazy. I've had mine for 10 years. It's in my front yard right now, growing a ton of stuff, basil and celery and lettuce and kale I got growing on there. And that's only half, I only have it half filled up right now, but it is really just so environmentally friendly because it uses less than 98% of water. That if you had a traditional garden, you would be using like over, I think, 40 gallons of water just to water your small 12 by whatever plot. But because this recycles the water, it uses less than 98% of that, which is amazing. It's 90% less space than having a traditional garden because it's less than 3 feet around. So you can have it like inside your house. If you have it with grow lights, you can grow indoors. If you have it outdoors, you can have it in a small space in your backyard or front yard or on your patio. It yields, you get more yield growing on a tower garden, 30% more produce grown on there because of just how it grows. Everything grows super fast, 3 times as fast as it would in the ground, and everything is safe and nutritious because you're growing it. I don't spray my plants with anything that's toxic. There's natural solutions that you can spray if you may have some bugs. But just like everything else, they did studies on our tower garden versus growing in the ground, and it showed that compared to growing all those things I said here is because of what they did with the studies of growing in the ground versus growing on the tower. They got to see these results. And then we also have a program for those of you that are like, I need a kick in the butt. I need like a way to just kickstart and jumpstart my health. We have a program called the Shred 10, which we start at the beginning of every month, the first Monday of every month. So we're starting June 6th. But it's a program where you're incorporating, flooding your body with all the nutrition from all these plants. And then we're guiding you along the way. There's cookbooks and resources and groups that you be a part of that we're supporting you in that journey. Okay, and then we have even more support. We have Facebook groups, we have health events. I'm actually, if you're in South Florida, I'm having an event at my home this Sunday where you can get to sample some healthy recipes that are gluten-free, dairy-free. They meet the Shred requirement that I was talking about, the Shred 10 requirements of not having any gluten or dairy and eliminating things that don't serve you and adding in more things that do. So, and we also have a Facebook group that you can be added to where you can find health tips and recipes and all that good stuff. But I'm going to turn it over right now to the people that invited you on here. And the first person I'm going to call on is Dr. Antoine to share why he said yes to Juice Plus. So let me highlight you, Antoine. Okay, I'm spotlighting you.
Thank you, Michelle. Yes, the reason why I chose Juice Plus because I'm an avid for mental health. But also, even last year, I went on a consecration for 40 days and did only but fruits and vegetables, the Daniel fast. And I saw so many benefits. And through the research, it helps mental health, it helps your brain function, it helps with inflammation. Not just that, but also the results of weight loss and a healthier body. Um, I just saw the benefits of just fruits and vegetables and to get it. And with me being uh, a not a gym rat, but just being in the gym, exercise and so forth, and then being in ministry, needing the energy and the functionality to do what I need to do. I saw it as a benefit. One of the greatest benefits I think I've had so far. I messed up my knee years ago in the gym with a leg extension. And I got rehab and I took some antibiotics, but when I started beginning to squat, that pain came back with the inflammation, and I literally could not walk um, on stairs, and it would be very painful. I started taking man-made solutions or products for 2 months, and it was not working. I started taking Juice Plus in a matter of 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and I saw a significant difference. I'm squatting again. I can walk up a flight of stairs and downstairs without feeling it. I went to Orlando the other week and I'm walking upstairs with my right knee and it's like it felt brand new because of all that inflammation and so forth. Um, and the energy levels, yes, definitely went up. But I think the biggest for me is the knee for me. That's really where my testimony is at because I was trying man-made stuff, it wasn't working. And just like you said, even I understand this because I've done the research myself, even as a minister, as a mental health advocate, to empower people mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, biologically, to incorporate these things that help our whole man.
Wow. Oh
Thank you,
my
Michelle.
goodness. Thank you for sharing that. And like we talked about earlier, that inflammation in the body, a lot of people notice like aches and pains that they may have had, which was caused by inflammation. It just goes away. So I'm so happy to hear that was like a very quick reaction. Some people notice changes. Some people notice changes right away, but some people it may take more time. So you never know. Everyone's different. So Isha, I want to call on you next to share. You've had some amazing things happen too. I'm going to spotlight you.
Carrie.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. My journey with Juice Plus. The reason why I started Juice Plus is because I wanted to. I was eating vegetables at one point in time, but I wasn't eating. I was always sticking to salads all the time. But I wanted to, incorporate more meals, in my everyday walk with trying to improve health. It started when I was all like, I'm a mother of three beautiful, beautiful daughters, and I'm a minister. I work, as a certified nurse assistant. And with all these things going on in my life, I go to school for a time. I just getting really, really, really tired and very, very fatigued. Um, I felt like my energy was just draining. By the time I get home and try to cook dinner, I would be tired. I find myself not getting anything done, you know, um, of my tasks. So pretty much I was just, I was asking God to give me some type of balance in my life, and along I try to like pretty much when I ask God to give me balance in my life, when it comes to like how to juggle things and stuff like that. I start to see Doctor on Facebook, on social media. And he was just always diligent, just working out and, with his workout, with his eating and everything like that. And so I was like, one day I was looking, I was like, oh my God, like he's so diligent. Like, so I just wanted to pretty much just take a chance, take a stand, and really, really I want to take a stand and be like, I was very, very encouraged and motivated by what I seen. So I just inboxed him. I was like, I need more information about, Juice Plus. We was advertising and everything like that. And ever since I've been taking Juice Plus, it's been amazing. I've been, the very first day, I believe I took it, and like 2 hours or 3 hours later, I started to see a change in my energy. You know, I wasn't tired. I wasn't fatigued. Sometimes I would get up in the morning time, try to start my daily routine when it comes to, being a mother and going to work and things like that. And I would just have a very hard time getting up in the morning. But since I've been taking Juice Plus, I'm telling you, I've been energized mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. I'm able to, and the ultimate goal that I've been trying to do is get everything, all my tasks done, you know. So Juice Plus, it does help with energy, I would say. As well, I started craving more fruits and vegetables. Since I've been craving more fruits and vegetables, guess what? I start to see a change in even in my skin. I start to see a change in my skin. I have lost 7 pounds. Um, it's just, Juice Plus is just so amazing. I also introduced Juice Plus to my children as well because, they was not a fan of vegetables at all. Um, Either I would try to cook for them and I have to be able to try to cook 2 meals because they was not trying to eat vegetables. And so it's crazy because the other day I made a dish, and since I introduced Juice Plus to them, they pretty much ate the whole dish, and and it was amazing. It was amazing, and they've since then have been craving more fruits and vegetables, in their life. It's been giving them more energy. Juice Plus has mentally um, gave me mental stability, emotionally and physically. I see, like I said, I lost 7 pounds. I can move better. I'm not when you drain and when you're tired. I feel like it brings frustration throughout your day, and when that happens, you get irritated. So I've noticed that I'm less irritated because I'm able to get everything done as a single mother of three beautiful children, and to manage ministry as well. And so I think it's very vital that very vital that Juice Plus is very necessary in our lives every day. So I would implement you guys, taking a stand, taking a charge of your life to live a healthy and better life. And so that's what my journey has been with Juice Plus. Now I am so motivated now into becoming as God showed me I was going to be becoming a fitness coach. So I've been pursuing that as well. So yeah, but Juice Plus has been
Wow.
awesome. Yeah.
Thank you, Asha. And I mean, when you feel good, you show up better, right? For everything. When you have energy and you're right. There's a lot of frustration when you feel tired and fatigued all the time. But when you don't feel that and you feel good, you can show up so much better for as a mom, as as a coworker. It's just amazing. Thank you for sharing that. That was so good. Okay, so Juice Plus is something that you can put into your daily budget, because I know a lot of people are out there purchasing breakfast meals or drinks and all that kind of stuff, but it's $2.50 a little. Well, the price went up a little while ago. I need to update this because our prices did increase in March. So it's now $80 per month. So it's probably around $2.60 something cents a day. And then if you are taking the fruit, the vegetables, and the berries, you can get your child for free on Juice Plus. And they would, if they're under 13, they would get the gummies. If they're over 13, they would also get capsules like you. And then we also have our smoothies, which are, that price went up too. Goodness, inflation is crazy. But the smoothies are less than like $2.50 per serving. And I think about this because I was like, when I was in college, I wish I would have had these smoothies because I ate so bad in college. I barely ate a fruit and vegetable. So, just being able to use that, you can use it as a meal replacement. So just think, how many places can you get a meal under $3? You can't. So with our complete shake, you can use that as a meal replacement. And then our omegas are a little over $1 a day. So if that is something that I strongly recommend. I take everything. I take the full blend. I take the shakes. I take the omegas. And that's what we have been doing all this time. And I wouldn't do without it. And so you have 3 choices. You can become a Juice Plus customer, or you can decide that, hey, I want to get Juice Plus for the best price and decide to become like a family plan user. And if you share it with a few other people, then you can get yours discounted, seriously discounted, or help to pay for what you're taking. Or you can decide to partner alongside us too and make some extra income, which I know a lot of people are looking for additional ways to make extra income at this time. So whatever is best for you, you can reach out to, well, I'm sure Antoine or Isha will be reaching out to you to see what you thought, see if you want to get started. It's super simple to get started. All you have to do is it ships directly to your house. So we just need your address, your email, so you can get confirmation, and then your payment information, and it ships directly to you in less than a week. And then you can get started with the capsules, where you just take 2 of each one every day. If you do the gummies, you have to eat 4 of each, but they taste really good. They honestly taste like candy. So thank you for joining us and to learn about how you can get healthier and even maybe partner with us to inspire healthy living, because Lord knows we need more feet on the ground, especially when it comes to our community, hearing this information. I mentioned that it was 11 years ago that I heard about this. And when I used to attend events, I used to be the only person of color in the room. That has changed because I have shared this with so many of our, so much of our community, but there's still so many people that just need to know there's something so simple as Juice Plus that they can take that could truly transform their health, and thousands of doctors recommend it. So if you do want to learn more about inspiring healthy living around the world, just know that we can share that with you too. The company's been around for over 50 years. They're stable and lasting, billion-dollar company. So I'm going to stop sharing right now and just say thank you so much for joining us. And if anyone has a question, you can throw that out right now. Antoine, I know you had to run somewhere, but it's fine if you take us in your pocket. That's okay. But did anyone have any questions for us? Thanks for those that joined while I was sharing the screen. I couldn't see who else was on. Okay, I'm taking silence to be a good thing. Not all questions were answered. And oh wait, hold on. Is it Irene? Irene, you're talking, but you're muted, and I can't unmute you.
Irene, I believe
Okay.
Irene has a question.
I got you. You got me?
Oh, there. Yes, I can hear you, Irene.
Okay. I just had to push the button to set unmute. Now for the gummies or the capsules,
Mhm.
Do you need to take all 4 of those each day, or are you just taking certain ones along with the protein shakes?
So whatever, like,
Okay, you have the fruit blend, you got your vegetable blend, you got your omega blend, and then the berry blend. Are you taking all 4 of those each day?
I take all 4 blends. Yes.
Okay.
I
all right.
started off with the fruit, vegetable, and the berry blend 11 years ago, but then they incorporated the omegas, which I wasn't taking an omega. I knew I needed one because I grew up with my mom forcing us to take cod liver oil, which was horrible. So
Mhm.
I incorporated that like 5 years ago. So yeah, I
Mhm.
take all 4 blends and then I do the shakes. I have them like all here, but yes. But you
Okay.
start wherever you feel comfortable. Just know that you see more results with more of the products that you're taking because you're flooding your body with even more nutrition. So your
Okay.
body just like sucks it up and it knows how to put it to use in the right way.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Okay. For the shakes, you said there's 60 in the box for 140. Are you taking 2
Yes.
shakes a day, or and
If
then
you're doing
eating?
if you're doing the shred with us, you would do 2 shakes a day. And
Okay.
the shred is for like, it's a jump start. So it's for 10 days where you go strong with 2 shakes a day. You're eliminating gluten and dairy, and we recommend eliminating alcohol, caffeine, but you start where you can. So if you could just start with eliminating gluten and dairy, that's a good thing. And then, if you can eliminate everything that we recommend, you're going to see amazing results. Not only see, but you feel amazing within days. So that's another program, but yeah, 1 to 2 shakes a day. Everything we have is plant-based. So it's like, you can't overdose. It's not anything that has chemicals or anything in it. You could have as many as you want. You'll just probably be a lot more regular in the bathroom because your body's going to be cleaning itself out.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's about it. I wanted to ask the doctor about his knees, what supplements he had tried before that didn't work, but I guess he's gone now, right?
I know he said he had to run to but he's still there. Oh,
No,
he's
I'm still
here.
here. I'm driving. I gotta
Okay.
pick up the bread. Go. Someone say something about my knees.
Yes. You said there were some other supplements that you had tried that didn't work.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
bromelain, and then there was this I think some turmeric from
Uh-huh.
called All Day something All Day. I bought it from over the counter, but I
Mhm.
was using it for 2 months, but it just wasn't working at all, really, to be honest.
Mhm.
I kind of got tired of it. I'm like using this stuff. I had a friend recommend it to me, said they used it and it worked for them in like a few months, 2-3 months, but it wasn't working for me. So when I got my Juice Plus, I just started taking it. I said, I'm gonna stop taking that and just go straight Juice Plus. And in a matter of like 2-3 weeks, even up to now, a tremendous difference. A tremendous difference. So no more pain when I'm climbing stairs or going downstairs. I can literally walk upstairs without pain, because of that injury I had years ago.
Mhm.
And it feels good. It feels good when you can use your body like you want to.
Right.
And then on top of that, I got physical rehab. They gave me antibiotics, but some of that stuff wasn't really working like that. And I actually had to cancel. I canceled my physical therapy and my orthopedic. I'm like, I don't need y'all. All that stuff gone. I'm good. So I just
Okay.
canceled Wednesday. So I'm just becoming a product of the product and learning that once you really do get all your nutrients, it does help the body, function better.
So did you have scar tissue after you hurt your leg?
Possibly, maybe. I
Did your
did
body
get
eliminate that naturally with taking the
I got
supplements, or?
I got an X-ray. They said I had some degenerative properties, but
Uh-huh.
it is pretty much dissipated. I'll say like that. And function.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm promoting it as a cure, but it definitely has helped me tremendously.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Good.
Good question. Good question. And I'm thanking Antoine for having that testimony. That's really good to know.
Mhm.
Like, everyone has their own stories and you never know what is going to go to work on in your body because, some people may have underlying issues they're not even aware of. And they'll say, oh, I don't notice anything, but it may be on the inside working on some other things that you don't even know that's going on. So I just said it doesn't hurt for you to eat as tons of fruits and vegetables, and Juice Plus just makes it really easy to do that. So
I think it's really great that you're doing this because, you know, I'm an advocate. Really believe that the food that we're eating, and I've heard Dr. Gundry, I don't know if you're familiar with him.
mhm,
He's talked a lot about, you know, even the food that we're purchasing in Whole Foods or whatever's supposed to be a nutritional source, GNC. I don't know what you have in Florida, but that even the food there is very low in nutrition. And
mhm.
so, I mean, with the pollution in the air and the water and the hormones, the shots and things that they're shooting into the cows and the chickens and all these other things, it's like it makes it really hard for you to get. So it seems like everyone in the United States is malnourished, even though they're fat.
Most of
Okay.
us are. Most
So
people are malnourished, and that causes all these other issues. And they think, oh,
right,
children have ADHD because of
right.
most times they're malnourished. You know, they have a
Mhm.
nutritional deficiency more than they do, you know, so
Mhm.
there's a lot going on with that.
I worked in home health as well as in the subacute, and actually I'm a respiratory therapist. So I deal with a lot of people that have had heart attacks and strokes and have high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and HIV, all kinds of things. And my granddaughter has lupus now. So I'm trying to find solutions for her. But I myself found that after I had 7 children in 7 years, I was very malnourished, and I was trying to find supplements all over the world. And I bought a lot and they helped. I think maybe after about maybe 10 years, I started to feel better.
Wow.
But I could eat, and within an hour, my stomach was growling like I was on a 3-day fast, no food, no water. Okay. And I've done that a lot. You guys don't do what I do. Okay. I've done 7 days, no food, no water. I mean, but I was trying to get something from God and I got it. But yeah, this is very interesting to me. I'm trying to get more into herbs. My children are vegan, and they have some things on Instagram, foods and things that they've been cooking. My daughter-in-law, she recently passed away with cancer, but cancer runs in the family. So of course, I'm trying to get rid of a generational curse by joining in with everyone and actually trying to get my own garden started. I wasn't raised in the country like my brothers and sisters, but I think I want to get into gardening and doing the herbs and so forth. We listen a lot to Dr. Sebi. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but I know his wife's in Florida. So, but I did hear him say something about not eating broccoli or cauliflower, that it was a fungi, or as he calls fungus, some type of fungus. So I had stopped eating that. But when I started eating it recently, it seemed like it helped me. So I don't know. I guess to each his own. I think I'm going to start eating broccoli again. But this is very, very, very good. I think this is an excellent program for anybody and everybody in the United States. The more you can get it out there, that people that are concerned about their health should be using these products.
Yeah, and we welcome you to join us. I have someone on my team who's a respiratory therapist too, and when she heard this information, she was like sharing it far and wide because she just knew how it would benefit so many people. And first of all, it started with her and her son, who were the first 2 beneficiaries, but so many people need to hear it. People with autoimmune disorders. My friend has lupus, and she took Juice Plus to her doctor and asked him about it. And he said, yes, you should take that. So anyone with an autoimmune disorder, everyone with a disease needs more plants. They need more fruits and vegetables. That's what is going to help their bodies to repair and recover. And so a lot of people, they have been labeled with autoimmune disorders in our community, but because they're using Juice Plus, they don't have the symptomology of it. They don't have symptoms of the multiple sclerosis. They don't have symptoms of whatever that autoimmune deficiency, or, a lot of people have the gut issues, the colitis and all those things, IBS.
Right.
They don't have the symptoms anymore because their bodies are healing from within. So yeah, thank you so much for that medical perspective. I love it.
Oh, yeah, I've been doing this stuff for many, many years. Like I just wanted to be healthy with myself and 7 children. And now I
Yes.
have 22 grandchildren and 1 great grandchild. So I want them to be healthy. Well, when I leave here, I want them to be eating organically, as my son is. I have a son that lives in Jordan, and everything there is organic. So he
Wow.
doesn't have to worry about different things. And of course, they do things biblically, so far as like letting the land rest for a year, every 7th year, and things like that.
Yeah.
So he's pretty healthy. And he's always saying, Mom, I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to be healthy. I'm like, okay.
See, you laid the foundation. That's awesome. Let me stop this recording.